Representing Miami, head coach Jim Morris, right fielder Willie Abreu, outfielder Jacob Hayward, and starting pitcher Thomas Woodry. Coach, if you'd begin with an opening statement.
I'll be Mr. Hayward. Mr. Hayward. Well, first of all, I want to congratulate Arkansas on their season. You know, they did a great job of every inning coming back, getting the leadoff guy on, and for 5 straight innings, they got the leadoff guy and kept answering back. And that's credit to a good team. They kept battling, and they got you can see why they won and why they're in the World Series, and did a great job there. But for us, huge win. It's a huge win. It's a great way. Of course, Willie's double to get it going, and Mr. Hayward's day. I mean, goodness gracious. He had an unbelievable day from the 2-run homer to everything he did was right. I got to be honest with you, I bunted him over when we were bunting there in the bottom of the 10th, and he didn't get it over. I was almost glad because I just had a feeling he was going to get a hit. It was one of those days, and of course he ripped it, and you knew it was going to score when they did that. Brian Garcia did a great job getting a win there at the end. So big win for our team, really good win, and to keep us alive in the series.
We'll open the floor for questions in the second row.
George Richards, Miami Herald. Jacob, just talk a little bit about your day. Obviously, the 2-run jack got you guys up 2-0, and you just kept it going from there.
Had fun. It's a blessing to be here, College World Series with my teammates, and just playing hard for my teammates. I wasn't playing at the start of the year, and I just appreciate Coach for having faith in me, and all my teammates having faith in me just for respect of me being a player, and just wanted to do the best I could for my teammates. And I feel like they deserve that, and we all know that we worked hard all season and just have fun and play the game hard for my team.
Here in the front row.
Jacob, there was the play in the 7th was a strange one where you were going to third and they tried to throw behind you to get you out. Did you have any idea that throw was coming? And then once the ball got away, did you know it was away, or did you just hear your base coach or your teammates yelling to go home? Or just describe what happened on that.
Honestly, it was just a reaction. I knew I had the speed to get to third base on that play to try my best to get there. Just noticing the College World Series that everybody, every time somebody was aggressive in the game, they always made the other team make a mistake. And I wanted to be aggressive and take the opportunity. And then when I slid in, I saw the ball go away, and Gino was yelling, go home, just went straight home.
Mitch
Sherman, ESPN.com. Coach Morris, clearly today with Jacob is kind of the top of his game, but what have you seen all season for him to make the progress that he has over his freshman year and then throughout this season?
Well, he's worked hard, and I'm sure Jacob will remember today I called him in to talk to him because I was concerned, because he's got the tools to be a good player. He's got great genes. Everybody in his family does, and great family. And I called him in just to talk to him, make sure that he understood I still believed in him, to keep his head up, that he wasn't playing. And his response was, "You don't worry about me, Coach." He goes, "I'll be there to play when you call my name." And to be honest with you, when he got his first chance to play, he got a couple hits and stayed in there and got a couple more hits, and all of a sudden, he's a guy who can win a game for you with a home run or steal a base, and it's great to see it because he's worked very, very hard to get where he's at.
In the back.
Rich Kuipers, Omaha World Herald. Jacob, there's a disappointment that comes with not getting that bunt down. Did you kind of have to step back and collect yourself and kind of rethink things?
Yeah. We're trying to win a ball game. It would have been terrible if I struck out with a man on second base and no outs, and nothing happened, So they had a very good pitcher on the mound, so, they had to have a good at-bat, try to put the barrel on the ball, let it happen.
Here in the front row.
Coach, their starter was coming off of an injury, and it looked like you guys were very patient, taking a lot of pitches up there. Was that the game plan, to be patient, to try to run his pitch count up and get him out of there?
Well, we lead the nation in on-base percentage, and that's due to being patient. But we knew that we knew he had a hip injury, and I really had hoped we would bunt him a little bit more to test him, see how he was moving around. But we try to be patient as a team and try to work the pitch count. And I personally feel like you're better hitters when you see more pitches. And even though I've had some hitters that would argue with me that over the years, many years, but our players worked at. Gino talks a lot about it as our hitting coach, and they work hard. Our hitters work very hard.
Aaron
Fitt, D1 Baseball. Willie, did you feel like off the bat, you got all that thing. It seemed like you put a pretty good charge into it.
I've been missing workouts, honestly. No, I'm kidding. No, I felt like I just wanted to get a good swing on the ball, just be able to get on base and be able to do something for my team. But I was lucky enough to get it in there and get a double and get a good rally start for my team.
Here in the second row.
Jim, I wanted to ask you about Thomas's start. Obviously, it was a pitcher's duel, which a lot of us weren't expecting early on. You guys had no hits for a few innings. They only had the one. Could you talk a little bit about Thomas?
I mean, Woody threw good. I mean, he threw very good, and we've got no complete games this year as a team. So, and our bullpen's been a huge part of our success. So, I have a tendency to go to the bullpen early, which I'm sure the starting pitchers don't like sometimes. But he pitched very well, and Mike Medavilla is a freshman All-American, has pitched very well. And I felt like that we got to the seventh inning, he'd thrown quite a few pitches at that point, pitching very good. But we had a lead, and I thought that the right move. JD and I talk. I talk to my coaches all the time, to be honest with you, whether it's about hitting or pitching, whatever it may be. But we went to that. But he pitched well, and I felt like at that time, but we would come in and give up no runs because our bullpen's done that many times.
On the right.
Eric Vandervoort, NCAA.com. For any of the players, what's the deal with the monkey?
Thomas, can you begin for us?
I honestly have no clue. What, Peter brought it?
That's something new. We just started doing today, actually. I mean, he's 1 for 1, so I guess we're going to keep him around. We were supposed to bring him to the press conference, but I think he was busy. He had interviews inside the locker room. But we'll see if we can get him around here a little later, if you guys want to stick around.
Mitch in the back.
Mitch Sherman, ESPN.com. Jacob, can you elaborate a little bit more on that conversation that Coach Morris referred to early in the year when you weren't playing, and where that attitude comes from with you?
Attitude is not everything's going to be the way you want it to be. There's things that we had to do for this team to be a better team, and it wasn't my time to be there. So I just feel like all I had to do is just work hard and be patient and understand that my time was going to come, and have fun with my teammates. I love these guys, man. I love the University of Miami. I love my coaches. And just work hard. Just have fun with my teammates, work hard, get better. We go to college to get better as baseball players. Not just all about playing. Sometimes you can take your time and work and do all the things you have to do. And I just staying patient and just having fun.
We'll take 2 more questions, starting with Michael.
Mike Lanana, Baseball America. Thomas, you're facing one of the top lineups in the country, one of the best hitters in the country in that lineup, and Andrew Benintendi, and you shut them down today. I mean, what was your approach out there, and what's going through your head facing elimination today out there on the mound?
The game kind of had a feeling that it was kind of back and forth, a bunch of zeros in the beginning, and honestly, that was a really good lineup. They battled pretty hard, and I was just trying to keep putting up zeros. I knew that our offense, with how we've been all year, we were going to break through sooner or later in that game, and it came with Jacob's home run. And that was my plan, was to keep us tied up and let my offense strike first.
And the final question here in the front row.
Coach, you're going to be facing a familiar opponent, either Florida or Virginia. Just very quickly, can you give us an idea of what you expect out of those one of those two teams on Wednesday?
Well, they're both hot. I mean, Virginia's been hot, and Florida's been hot. So, they're both outstanding clubs, both playing well, and everybody out here is good. So it's, I'm not either club. We just got to be ready to play.
I'd like to thank the student athletes and Coach Morris for joining us. For individual interviews, please coordinate with Cameron Gorby outside of this area. Miami will play again on Wednesday at 7 p.m.